අයිබෝන් AAT ශ්‍රී ලංකා ආයතනයේ විවිධ කමිටු විවිධ කර්තව්‍යයන් සිදුවන අතරතුර AAT පාලක මණ්ඩලය පසුගිය දවසේ තීරණය කරා සුළු හා මධ්‍ය පරිමාණ ව්‍යාපාර සඳහා ඉතා වැදගත් වන කමිටුවක් පත් කරන්න. එහි ප්‍රතිඵලයක් හැටියට AAT පාලක මණ්ඩලය SME කමිටුවක් පසුගිය දවසේ පත් කරා. මෙහිදී මූලික අරමුණු අතර විශාල වශයෙන් නව ව්‍යාපාර ආරම්භ කරන්නන්ට එවගේම මධ්‍යම පරිමාණයේ ව්‍යාපාරිකයන් සඳහා මූල්‍යමය දැනුමක අවශ්‍යතාවය සරලන අරමුණු ඇතුව අපි මේ කමිටුව පත් කරනවා. ඒතර මේ කමිටුවේ පැවැත්වෙන පළවෙනි කර්තව්‍යයක් හැටියට ආරම්භක පියවරක් හැටියට තමයි අද දවසේදී මේ වෙබිනාර් එක අපි පවත්වන්නේ. ඒ සඳහා මම මුලින්ම ආරාධනා කරනවා AAT ආයතනයේ පාලක මණ්ඩලයේ සභාපති අපේ රසල් ෆොන්සේකා මැතිතුමාට ඔබ සමමතා වචන කිහිපයක් කතා කරන ලෙස.
ආයිබෝවන් සුබ සන්ධ්‍යාවක් වේවා සැමටම. අපගේ විධායක නිලධාරී ටිසාංග කුමාරසිංහ මහතා කිව්වා වගේ AAT ශ්‍රී ලංකා ආයතනයේ විසින් සංවිධානය කරන අපගේ රටේ විශේෂයෙන්ම කුඩා හා මධ්‍ය පරිමාණ ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගෙත් ඒ වගේම අපගේ සමාජිකයන්ගෙත් දැනුම ඒ වගේම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අවබෝධය වැඩි දියුණු කිරීම සඳහා පවත්වනු ලබන මෙම වැඩසටහන මම හිතන්නේ ඉතාමත් කාලෝචිත වැඩසටහනක්. ඒම කියන්න හේතුව සැබවින්ම දැන් අපගේ නව රජයේ දර්ශනය වූ සෞභාග්‍යයේ දැක්ම ප්‍රතිපත්තියට අනුව ශ්‍රී ලංකා ආර්ථිකයේ ඉදිරි වර්ෂයේ සංවර්ධනය අපේක්ෂා කරන්නේ නිෂ්පාදනය මත පදනම් වූ ආර්ථික වර්ධනයක්. මෙහිදී SME අංශයේ වගේම ඒ වගේම ග්‍රාමීය ආර්ථිකයේ පුනරුද්ධයක් අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. ඒ වගේම ඒ ඇති කරන සංවර්ධනය සඳහා මුළු රටේම දායකත්වයක් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඒට ප්‍රධාන හේතුව තමයි ඒ ආර්ථික වර්ධනයේ ඇතිවන ප්‍රතිලාභයද මුළු රටේම ව්‍යාප්තිය යුතුයයි සිතන නිසා තමයි එම හැමෝගෙම දායකත්වය බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් එහිදී විශේෂයෙන්ම අපගේ SME අංශයේ ඒ වගේ ග්‍රාමීය ආර්ථිකයේ වර්ධනය ඉතාමත් වැදගත් සැලකනවා. ඉතින් මේ සඳහා AAT ආයතනය තමන්ගේ දායකත්වය විවිධ අංශ මගින් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරලා රටේ සංවර්ධනයට සක්‍රීය දායක වන අතර අප මෙම වැඩසටහනුත් බලාපොරොත්තු වන්නේ ඒ වගේ ඒ කර්තව්‍ය සඳහා එක්තරා උත්සාහයක් පමණයි. ඉතින් විශේෂයෙන්ම අප රටේ ඇති සුළු හා මධ්‍ය පරිමාණ ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය ඒ වගේම අපගේ සමාජිකයන්ගෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා එවැනි ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගේ සම්බන්ධව ළඟට ගොස් එයාලට අවශ්‍ය කරන දැනුම උපදෙස් වගේ සේවාවක් උපදේශන සේවාවක් සැපීම. ඉතින් මෙම වැඩසටහන මගින් අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මෙම අපගේ විධායක නිලධාරී මහතා කිව්වා වගේ ඒ සඳහා අපි විසින් නිර්මාණය කරලා තියෙනවා SME කමිටුවක්. අපගේ තීන ප්‍රවීණ නිපුණතා දක්වන අපගේ විශේෂයෙන් පාලක මණ්ඩලයේ සමාජිකයනුත් ඒ වගේම ඒ සඳහා කැමැත්තක් දක්වන සමාජිකයනුත් සමන්විත වූ කමිටුවක් අපි හදලා තියෙනවා නිර්මාණය කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ කමිටුව විසින් විශේෂ කාර්යයන් කිහිපයක්ම හඳුනාගෙන තියෙනවා ඉදිරියේදී කිරීමට. විශේෂයෙන්ම මෙම අංශයේ ඒ කියන්නේ SME අංශයේ සංවර්ධනය සහ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ දැනුම සහ අවබෝධය පුළුල් කිරීම සඳහා. ඉතින් මෙම කමිටුව මගින් මම හිතන්නේ අපි ඉදිරි කාලයේදී නොයෙකුත් වැඩසටහන් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒදී ගොඩක් වෙලාවට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ එම SME ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අතර මූල්‍ය කළමනාකරන හැකියාව වර්ධනය කිරීමත් ඒ වගේම එයාලගේ SME ආයතනවල තියෙන SME ව්‍යවසායකයන්ට තියෙන ගැටලු සහ ඒගොල්ලන්ට තියෙන අභියෝග හඳුනා ගැනීමත් ඒවට පිළියම් යෝජනා කිරීමත් ඒ වගේම අපි දන්න ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රශ්නය තමයි SME ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගේ මූල්‍ය විනය ඇති කිරීම සහ උන්ට ඒ මූල්‍ය විනයකේ තියෙන වැදගත්කම පහදා දීමත්. ඉතින් මේ කාර්යයන් සඳහා අපගේ සමාජිකයන්ගේ විශේෂ දායකත්වයක් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන. ඉතින් සමාජිකයන්ගේ දැනුම සහ අවබෝධය ඒ සමාජිකයන්ගේ තියෙන කුසලතා වර්ධනය කිරීමට ඉදිරියේදී මෙහා සමාන තවත් වැඩසටහන් කීපයක් අපි ඉදිරිපත් කිරීම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඉතින් අද දවසේ අපගේ වැඩසටහන මේ වීමට ප්‍රවීණ දේශකයන් දෙදෙනෙකු සහභාගී වෙනවා. ඉතින් විශේෂයෙන් මෙහිදී අපගේ ඩොක්ටර් චාමර බණ්ඩාර අපේ ආචාර්ය චාමර බණ්ඩාර මහතා දේශනය පවත්වයි. එතුමා දක්ෂ ප්‍රවීණ කතිකයෙක් මේ අංශයේ සුළු හා මධ්‍ය පරිමාණ අංශයේ වගේම අපගේ ලයිරු ජයසිංහ මහතා විසින් ඒ සම්බන්ධීකරණය කරනවා. ඉතින් මේ දෙපරකින් අපි විශේෂයෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මෙම කාලය ප්‍රයෝජන කරගෙන විශේෂයෙන්ම අපගේ ඉන්න SME ව්‍යවසායකිනුත් ඒ වගේම අපගේ AAT සමාජිකත්වයෙන් කට අවශ්‍ය කරන එයාට ඒ දැනුම සහ අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කිරීම සඳහා අපගේ දායකත්වය කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියලා පොඩි පැහැදිලි කිරීමක් ඒගොල්ලන්ට කිරීම තමයි බලාපොරොත්තු. ඉතින් මේ වැඩසටහන ඉතාමත් සාර්ථක වේවායි කියලා මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අපේ ඉදිරියේදීත් මේ වගේ වැඩසටහන් වලදී අපිට මේ වගේම කාර්යයක් කිරීමට ඔබ තමුන්නාන්සලාගේ දායකත්වය සහ සහභාගීත්වය බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඉතින් මම වැඩිදුරටත් මගේ කාලය ගන්න නැතුව මම මේ වැඩසටහන ඉදිරියට පවත්වාගෙන යාම සඳහා අපගේ සමාජික ආරෝග්‍ය මහත්මියට පවරනවා ඉදිරියේ කටයුතු කිරීම සඳහා. බොහොම ස්තුතියි ඔබ සැමට. ඉතාමත් වාසනාවන්ත දවසක් වේවා.
බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි මැතිතුමනි. So let's meet our expert today, Dr. Chamara Bandara. Let me introduce him. He's a consulting entrepreneur with more than 15 years of experience in the field, and he's the founder of SEB Corporate and Corporate Private Limited and a co-founder of Berry Technology Private Limited. He's a country representative of Faster Capital, a global business incubator, and also he's a chartered accountant, and his experience has helped many SMEs to become successful businesses. And also he's an expert of entrepreneurship, business success and failure, where the area of his PhD. So we warmly welcome you, sir, for this session. And now let me introduce you, the moderator to the session, Mr. Lahiru Jayasinghe. He is the Chief Operating Officer at St. Anthony's Industries Group, and further, he performs his work as a non-executive director and the audit committee chairman of Sanasa General Insurance Company. And he's also a chartered accountant, chartered marketer, and a Lean Six Sigma black belt holder. So he's a multi-talented person. So sir, I will warmly welcome you as well to the session. Let me hand over the session to you now. Mr. Lahiru.
Right. Thank you, Aruni. Thank you, Chairman of the committee. Research, plan, and start your business. That is the today's sessions. So the structure of this session is we have 45 minutes. So that 45 minutes, we try to do our presentation through Dr. Chamara. And so probably first 30 minutes, we are going to utilize that presentation. At the same time, I'm going to interfere a little bit to discuss the things that I need to clarify from his presentation. After that, so we will open kind of a discussion to all the attendees. Now, right now, we have more than 80 participants. That means you have taken the first step to be entrepreneur. Congratulations. Right, Dr. Chamara, it would be a great privilege to moderate the session with you. Another thing is thanks AAT organizing this timely event relating to the entrepreneurship. I just want to start this conversation, Dr. Chamara, asking simple questions.
Yep, go ahead.
What's the difference between entrepreneur and the businessman? Vyavasayikaya and the Vyaparikaya. Vyavasayikaya, Vyaparikaya. Mokadda wenasa?
Answer. Now when it comes to this question, Lahiru, that is, I think it's very important for us to understand what is an entrepreneur, who is a businessman. But I don't think there's a big difference. Look, when the difference is a difference, like small difference between the entrepreneur and the businessman. Now, entrepreneur it's a bigger concept that he's not a money-minded person. He's a problem solver. He brings new solutions, right? He take care of lots of employees and his other stakeholders. Whereas the businessman, a little bit in between, like he might use a product that has been already developed, invented by the entrepreneur, maybe examples by selling. So, but in that case, it's a leader of when it comes to business entrepreneur, right? But it's very difficult sometimes to exactly distinguish when karanda amaru samahara thangaladi vyaparikaya saha vyavasayikaya. Namuth today we are trying to encourage our members and students of our circle to become entrepreneurs, to become entrepreneurs. That is today's our discussion and our target.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Chamara. So that's our main objective, to facilitate and give whatever the possible insight about the entrepreneurship to become entrepreneurs of this country. So to give a kind of a brief introduction about the entrepreneurship, you gave the difference between the entrepreneurship and the businessman, vyaparika, vyavasayika. Then shall we go through your presentation, Dr. Chamara? Then if there is anything to clarify, definitely I'll pop up and just ask the question from you.
Right, great. So thank you, Lahiru. Now, amid this COVID pandemic, we are busy with our own work, and as well as we are getting ourselves, ready for this particular global, this public health crisis. That's what I can remember in our life. So therefore, take all measures to get yourself protected. But today's our effort, as Lahiru told, now we are going to talk about the entrepreneurship. So ultimate motive of our session is that we are encouraging you to become entrepreneurs. Enisa අපේ උත්සාහය මේක ඉගැන්වීම සඳහා නෙමෙයි. මේක එහෙම ක්‍රමයක් නෙමෙයි අපි මේ කරන් යන්නේ. AAT ආයතනයේ ඉන්න සමාජිකිනුත් ශිෂ්‍යයනුත් ඒ සම්බන්ධ සියලු දෙනා ගණකාධිකාරිවරු වශයෙන් අපේ ව්‍යවසායකයන් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක ගැන කතා කරන්න. මට give me a time for me to share the screen. Lahiru, hope you guys can see the screen.
Yeah, we can see, Doctor.
Just give me a minute. Get the presenter away. Right. Now, today's the discussion of me kata karenne research, plan, and start your own business. The message itself from the topic says that don't just start a business. There are a lot to do before you start your business. If you start a business without the two elements what I mentioned in this slide, research and plan, the probability of failing the business is very high. Therefore, with our experience, scientific studies that we have carried out, there are very critical areas that we must address when it comes to business successful. එම නිසා අපි ව්‍යාපාර පටන් ගන්නවා නම් අපි අධ්‍යයනය කළ යුතුයි, පරීක්ෂණ පැවතිය යුතුයි, සැලසුම් සැකසිය යුතුමයි. ඒ පසුව තමයි අපි ව්‍යාපාරයට අත ගැසිය යුතු වෙන්නේ. අපි ඊළඟ බලමු මොකක්ද මේ ව්‍යවසායකත්වය කියලා කියන්නේ. What is entrepreneurship? This is very important. This is not my definition. This is a global definition. Right? The entrepreneurship is the activity of setting up a business or businesses taking on financial risk in the hope of profit. It's very clear. Now, if someone is starting the business, they must understand what is entrepreneurship. It has a core elements. The first thing is that they should create a business, say an entity, an organization. That is important. Why they are creating an entity? In the hope of profit. And also, by nature, entrepreneurs are the people ready to take financial risk. එම නිසා ව්‍යවසායකෙක් වෙන්න නම් ඔහු ව්‍යාපාරයක් හෝ ව්‍යාපාර පටන් ගත යුතුයි. ඒ සංවිධානාත්මක ව්‍යාපාර. ඒ වගේම ඔහු මුල්‍ය අවදානමට බය විය යුතු නැත. ඒ වගේම ඒ ආයතනයේ ව්‍යාපාරය loss making ආයතනයක් වෙන්න බෑ දිගටම. It doesn't mean that your organization cannot make losses. Can be. But entrepreneur should be able to turn it around one day to profit making. ඒ පෞරුෂයක් තියෙන කෙනා තමයි entrepreneur කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට core principle of this entrepreneurship, the entrepreneurs differ from non-entrepreneur. Entrepreneur create businesses, entities, whereas non-entrepreneur do not. that means employees. It means that entrepreneur create businesses for others to work. That is his nature. But non-entrepreneurs do not create places for others to work, but they work for the places they were created by entrepreneurs. Therefore, අපිට මෙතන හිතන්න දෙයක් තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා අපි කොයි වෙලාවෙත් encourage කරන්නේ ව්‍යවසායකෙක් වෙන්න. එයි මේ ව්‍යවසායකයා වෙන්නේ මේ තරම් දුරට අපි ගැඹුරින් කතා කරන්න යන්නේ විශේෂ හේතු කීපයක් තිබෙනවා. එම නිසා මේ අද අවස්ථාවේදී මේ AAT සමාජිකයා අපි ගිණුම්කරණය සහ මූල්‍ය පිළිබඳවත් ව්‍යාපාර පිළිබඳ හසල දැනුමක් තිබෙනවා. එම නිසා මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන් විශේෂයෙන්ම ව්‍යවසායකෙක් වශයෙන් වෙන්න පුළුවන් එකම කට්ටිය තමයි මම දකින්නේ මේ ගණකාධිකාරිවරු. right? එම නිසා තමයි මේ විෂය අපි මේ තුලට කතා කරන්න අදහස් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඇයි මේ entrepreneurship එක crucial වෙන්නේ? Why this is very crucial? ඇයි අපි මේ ව්‍යවසායකත්වයේ මේ තරම් වටිනවයි කියලා කතා කරන්නේ? Lahiru, but you can interfere any movement.
Right,
I'm
right,
going to answer. Right?
Understood.
Right. Entrepreneurship, why it is crucial? මේකයි මේ තරම් වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. එකම දෙයක් තමයි එකක් දෙයක් විශේෂයෙන්ම ability to improve standards of living and create wealth. Right? ඒක ලොකු ability එකක්. ඔබ standard of living ඔබ සේවකයෙක් වශයෙන් වැඩ කරනවට වඩා ඔබ ව්‍යවසායකයෙක්ව වැඩ කරගත්තොත් standard of living වෙනස් වෙනවා. Create wealth එක වැඩි වෙනවා. Not only for the entrepreneurs but also for other people. The entrepreneurship එක ගත්තාම ඔහු ව්‍යාපාර ආයතනයක් පටන් ගත්තාම ඒක කී දෙනෙකුට සම්බන්ධ වෙනවද? බද්ධ වෙනවා. Suppliers ලට, customers ලට, employees ලට සහ රජයට විවිධ ආදී වශයෙන් ලොකු network එකකට මේ ව්‍යවසායකයාගෙන් උදව්වක් හම්බ වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා තමයි ඔබ ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වුණොත් මේ සමාජයට the service that you are giving to the society very bigger than that you are working for a company as an employee. Therefore, remember, we as accountants have a bigger role in this country to create your own businesses, own ventures to make the society much better. Next one, entrepreneurs are problem solvers. This is very, very important. Most of the big companies in the world, they brought some solutions to the problem. Now, nowadays problem is COVID. The solution is the vaccine. Who's bringing this vaccine to us? Maybe Pfizer. That's an entrepreneurship. Madonna, entrepreneurship. AstraZeneca, entrepreneurship. So they are the people with the support from others. They are trying their best to solve problems. Not only that, if you get Tesla, the manufacturing of vehicles, cars, right? It's electric cars. Probably the solution of fossil අපිට තෙල් පිළිබඳ ප්‍රශ්නේ මතුවෙනවා. ඒකට උන් දැන් සිටම ලෑස්ති වෙනවා. ඒ තමයි entrepreneurs ලා, problem solvers ලා, right? අපි face mask එකක ඉඳලා අපි සෑම දෙයකටම ඔබේ සම්බන්ධ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ව්‍යවසායකයා. ඒ වගේම economy wise high earning entrepreneurship can help boost national economy and tax revenue. This entrepreneurship is the concept or their organization directly help the government to increase their revenue, tax revenue. Not only that, it generate jobs. Who else give the jobs? Every can't work in the government sector. There should be a mechanism where that we should create jobs to the people. Therefore, entrepreneurship is very important. Revenue, national income, as well as providing jobs. Not only that, investing in community projects and supporting charity. Who does that? Bill Gates is a good example in these days. He's investing a lot in African countries, lot in this pandemic with WHO. They are entrepreneurs. Not only that, there are many that we don't know. Therefore, they are, yeah, go ahead.
So here I need to little bit interfere. So I need a little bit illustrations of some of the point that you raised here. Now, the economic wise, you think the entrepreneurship is one of the solution for the economic development. Now, just think about the Sri Lankan country situation. අපේ ආර්ථිකය තියෙන තත්ත්වය ගැන දැන් ඔක්කොම කතා කරනවා. අපි මෙච්චරක් loan ගෙවන්න තියෙනවා. This is our loan outstanding, things like that. If you see our total debt outstanding of the government, it's almost 86% of our GDP. And if we compare that with our total income, government income, it is 676%. කියන්නේ අපිට ආදායම 100ක් එනවා නම් government එකේ ආදායම 100 නම් අපිට ණය ගෙවන්න තියෙනවා 676ක්. 600ට වැඩි 700ක් ගෙවන්න තියෙනවා. So but still now this entrepreneurship topic we have been talking so many years. But do you really think this is the way forward? This is the only way Sri Lanka as a country to come up out of this situation? එලියට එන්න තියෙන මේ ප්‍රශ්න වලින් එලියට එන්න තියෙන solution එක මේකද?
එකම මාර්ගය entrepreneurship එක පමණයි. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි foreign direct investment බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඇයි ඒ කවුද අරන් එන්නේ? ඒත් entrepreneurs ලා අරන් එන්නේ. ඒත් අපිට entrepreneurship එක මමනයි support එක ආවේ. ඒ දවස්වල ලහිරු අපි ඉපදුනට කලින්ද මන් දන්නේ ඒ දවස්වල තිබ්බ රජයේ ව්‍යාපාර පටන් ගන්න. රජයේ ඒ කර්මාන්ත කියලා තිබුණා. ඒ කාලයක් තිබුණා. ඒ ක්‍රමේ ලෝකෙන් ගිහිල්ලා ඉවරයි. අපි තාම මෙතනට යන්න උත්සාහයක යෙදෙන තේරුමක් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා අපි foreign direct investment ගැන බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඇයි? එහෙනම් entrepreneurship එකටම තමයි entrepreneurs තමයි මේක කරන්නේ. ඒ ලංකාවේ contest එක ගත්තොත් දැන් අපි මේ ණය අරගෙන ණය අපි ආදායමට වඩා වැඩි. ඒක ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන entrepreneurship එකේ නෙමෙයි. entrepreneurs ලගේ නෙමෙයි. මේ කරලා තියෙන ක්‍රමේ වරදක් තියෙන. උදාහරණයක් වශයෙන් ගත්තොත් අපි හිතමුකෝ ලොකු පාරවල් හදලා තියෙනවා. හරි. ඒ පාරවල් හදනකොට ඒකේ ඒ facilitate වෙන්නේ ඒ infrastructure facility and entrepreneurs. Assume that even many other. එතකොට මෙයාලගේ ව්‍යාපාර උදාහරණයක් වශයෙන් ගත්තොත් ගමක ඉඳලා vegetables ගේන්න පුළුවන් ආර්ථික මධ්‍යස්ථානයට දැන් එන ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වෙනවා. ආදායම වැඩි වෙන පාරයි. දැන් කොහොමද ශ්‍රීජු direct ආදායම රජයට වෙන්නේ? එහෙනම් බදු කියන ක්‍රමේ හරියට යන්න ඕනේ. බදු කියන කරණ ගන්නම් මේ digitalize වෙන්න ඕනේ individuals. digitalize වුණොත් මේ investment කරපුවාගේ ණය අරන් invest කරපුවාගේ return එකක්. දැන් එහෙම return එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ. return එක එන්නේ නැත්නම් කරන්නේ ආයි ණය අරන් උත්සාහයක් යෙදෙන එක ගෙවන්න. ඒ නිසා unnecessary investment වලට ගියාම සහ ලංකාවේ contest එකක political issue එකක් නොකරගෙන ඒ නිසා මේ infrastructure යටිතල පාසුකම් හදනකොට ව්‍යවසායකයන්ට market එකකට access වෙන්න තියෙන අවස්ථා වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒ තුලින් ඔවුන්ගේ ආදායම වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒ තුලින් ඔවුන් රැකියා සම්පාදනය වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒ තුලින් රජයේ ආදායම වැඩි විය යුතුමයි. එසේ නොවෙනවා නම් තියෙන්නේ ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙමෙයි රටක තියෙන සිස්ටම් එකේ ක්‍රමවේදයේ ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඒක දැන් දියුණු රටක එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් ලංකා රටක මේ වෙන්න පුළුවන් අර මං කියන ක්‍රමවේදේ නැතුව.
Okay, Dr. Chamra, another based on some figures. Now, if you see our total entrepreneurship to the population, again, අපේ ව්‍යවසායකත්වයේ අපේ තියෙන population 22 million එකේ population ගත්තම අපේ තියෙන 2.8% තමයි population එකෙන් entrepreneurs ලා ඉන්නේ. අපි compare කරොත් සමහර රටවල් South Asian රටවල් එක්ක හරි එහා ගිය රටවල් වියට්නාමේ ඒක 120ක්, බ්‍රසීල් වල ඒක 116ක්, බංග්ලාදේශ even බංග්ලාදේශ 112ක්. අපි even බංග්ලාදේශ 112ක් වෙද්දී අපි තාම 2.8යි. අපි හැමදාම කතා කරනවා මේ entrepreneurship එක අපි දියුණු වෙන්න ඕනේ, මේක කරන්න ඕනේ, මේක තමයි way forward කියන එක. අපිට කොහෙද වැරදුනේ?
right එක දෙයක්. එකක් තමයි ලහිරු මම ලහිරු එකට එකග වෙන්නේ අපි ව්‍යවසායක ගැන කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. අපි ස්කෝල වල කතා කරන්නේ. අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා කතා කරේ වෛද්‍යවරයෙක් වෙන, ඉංජිනේරුවෙක් වෙන, කොහොමද එක මැනේජර් කෙනෙක්. මම නම් මට එහෙම කවුරුත් කියලා නෑ ව්‍යවසායකෙක් වෙන්න කියලා. අපිට කරේ ඒ වෘත්තිකයේ තව කෙනෙකුට වැඩ කරන්න කියන ආකල්පයක් ඇති කිරීම පමණයි. අපේ සංස්කෘතිය තුළ තිබ්බ දෙයක්. ඒ නිසා අපි උත්සාහ කරේ අපේ දෙමාපියෝ ගුරුවරු හොඳ තැනක හොඳ ජොබ් එකක් හම්බෙන්න. රජයේ රැකියාවක් කරන්න. එතනට තමයි මේ තියෙන intellectuals මේ සුපර් බ්‍රේන්ස් ටික තල්ලු උනේ. ඒතකොට ව්‍යවසායකත්වයේ කියන එක concept එකක් වශයෙන් හෝ වෙන ක්‍රමයකින් ලංකාව තුළ කතා වෙන්න ගත්තා. මේක දැන් තමයි කතා කරන්න ගත්තේ මේ කොවිඩ් එකත් එක්ක තමයි අපිට අවස්ථාවක් හද මේක එළියට යන්න. ඒතකොට අනිත් රටවලට සාපේක්ෂව ගත්තාම ලහිරු මේ ව්‍යවසායකත්වයේ හටගන්නේ විවිධ හේතු තියෙනවා. රටවල ප්‍රශ්න වැඩි වුණාම ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගේ බිහිවීම වැඩි වෙනවා. unemployment වැඩි වුණාම ව්‍යවසායකයන්ගේ ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම family business වලින් එයාලගේ culture එක තුල ව්‍යවසායකත්වයේ තිබුණා නම් next generation after generation, they go in the same path. So therefore entrepreneurship will develop. Now when it comes to developed country like US, in their young generation, they want to be billionaires, like rich people. For them to be rich people, they know they must start your own business, maybe startup. When it comes to Pakistan, Vietnam, various other countries, they had lots of problems sometimes compared to us, and maybe by nature through culture. Right, they want to be entrepreneurs. That is the reason right? Why they became entrepreneurs. It doesn't mean that, right? We can't be entrepreneurs. We can be entrepreneurs. There is a cultural barrier as well.
Right. Thank you. All the participants, if you have any issues, any questions, you can share your questions, and we are ready to give you answer. Dr. Chamara, so we'll continue with your presentation.
Thank you, Lahiru. So this is what the entrepreneurship is important. Now, so entrepreneurial beginning. Now, adamang api kata kare apage samajikaya, apage yahaluwan, apage වෘත්තියේ ඉන්න අය ව්‍යවසායකයන් වෙනවා නම් ඒ අනිත් ඔක්කොටම වඩා කියන්නේ ලේ පර්සන්ස් ලට වඩා නොදන්න අයට වඩා ඒ ව්‍යාපාර සාර්ථක කරගන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් අපිට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙන්නේ අපේ මනස අපි එක තැනක බ්ලොක් වෙලා. ඒ මං කිව්ව කල්චරල් ඉෂුස් ඉඳ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔබට ඉස්කෝලේ යන කාලේ කියලා තිබ්බේ වෘත්තිකයෙක් වෙන්න එහෙම නැත්නම් මැනේජර් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න කියන එක. ඒ තුල ඔබ හිරවි නිසා ඔබ එළියට එන්න ඔබ යම් කිසි බියක් ඇති කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ නිසා මේ entrepreneurial beginning එක පුජ්‍යලයෙන් පටන් ගන්න කොහොමද? මේක ඔබ හොඳට බලන්න මේක ඔබ ගාව තියෙනවද? ඔබ ගාව තියෙනවා ඔබ හෙටම ජොබ් එකකින් අයින් වෙන්න. right? ඔබ ගාව නැත්තම් මේ ගැන හොඳට අවබෝධ කරගන්න ඔබ මේක ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න ඔබට සාර්ථක ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So what are these very important factors of an entrepreneur, whether to judge you, to assess you, whether you can be a successful entrepreneur? Now, personalities. By nature, that person is ready to take a risk. No fear at all. He's not scared of taking risk. He's a risk taker. Now, risk taker for an accountant, for us, like us, he can calculate the risk. The calculated risk can be carried forward with the business. The business failure would be low than the layperson. Therefore, we are qualified to take the risk. We know how to calculate it. Need for achievement. That I can't say. For me, yes, I want to achieve once. I will do something new. Start with it. Likewise. So, need for achievements. It's continuing things with the person. It's not the barrier. Age is not the barrier. So, you should have need for achievement. Maybe exams, maybe something else. Likewise, if you have inner feelings of that you always want to achieve, that's what it is, need for achievement. Tolerance. Should be able to tolerate, right? Some of the bottom line is negative. Nothing else in your bank account. It's a suffering, not only you, your family and subordinate. Then tolerance. You should have that tolerance. You should have that shoulders to bear every problems that you are ready. It shows your leadership, taking responsibility. You don't give the responsibility to someone else. The fault is yours. Take the responsibility. That is attitude. That is a leadership. If we have, then that is a personality we expect from an entrepreneur or successful entrepreneur. Next important thing, cognitive attributes or factors. It's your brain, right? Information processing ability. This is what I'm telling you. When you want to be a successful entrepreneur, he should be an intelligent person, right? He should have the leadership skills. When it comes to intelligence, that process, these are important. Information processing ability you should have. So you should be able to quickly process information, right? It doesn't mean that you should have a math degree, accounting degree, like us accountants qualified. It doesn't mean that you should have that qualification. Without having that qualification, even people is having information processing ability. Prediction. Should be able to predict with figures, information, facts, with your experience, what is going to happen. For you to predict, knowledge is important. Here the knowledge gathering a story. That was important. Predicting ability, perception, that is another thing. Judgment, observation, willingness. So various things process in the mind. Should be able to judge a person. Should be able to look at before others look at it. And come up with nice solution, attractive solution, innovative solution. So that is with the perception and knowledge gathering and storing. Should be able to gather knowledge and store. Right, gathering knowledge you can do with various sources, especially social media right now. So many information that I gather, so many information people share with me. I read, even though I don't read books and books, but still we read a lot, right? So therefore, I know accountant is having this cognitive attribute definitely. There's no question. Information processing ability, predicting, perception, knowledge gathering and storing. Remember, you are qualified to be an entrepreneur. Therefore, think, go back and look at yourself and see, I can be one day a good entrepreneur, can create jobs, You can stand on your feet like nice personality, and also directly government revenue and adding to GDP, globalize your organization. One day you are a wonderful person. Right. Next, I move with the question what Lahiru asked before. Right. Some countries, when it comes to difference of some countries having entrepreneurs, number of people who become entrepreneurs higher compared to Sri Lanka. So various matters when it comes to research, people become entrepreneurs. This is very, very important for you to know, right? Knowledge. Now, challenge of solving problem. That means achievement, challenge and learning. Some people are motivated, as I told you, there are problems in the society they want to solve, right? Solving is their achievement, always they think of social entrepreneurship, right? They will solve that problem. One reason they created some largest and most successful companies in the history. This motivation applies to anyone with a strong need for self-expression and a desire to create. They want to start not only one, many. Normal entrepreneurs don't stay at one business. They want to start multiple business. That is by nature, they are like that. So that is the nature of, they want to achieve, they want to challenge, they want to learn new things, etc., etc. For that reason, they become entrepreneurs. Independence and autonomy, where I became an entrepreneur. Even part of that also relate to me when it comes to achievements and learning. Independence and autonomy. Right? Independence and autonomy are profound for compelling human desires. මේවා අපි ගාව තියෙන අපිට ස්වාධීන වෙන්න ඕනේ. අපේම දෙයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. අපිට අපේ බලයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මම අදහස් කරේ ඒ වචනේ බලය කිව්වට වැරදි මීනකින් නෙමෙයි. එහෙම මිනිස්සුන්ට එනවා. මගේ පුතා දුවලකුණාම එයාට බලයක් ගොඩනගා ගන්න හැමදාම අපි යට තින්න බෑ. Likewise, human nature is like that. Right? Minority feelings කියලා තියෙන එයාට හිතෙනවා ඒ විදියට. Likewise, it's power gain කරන්න try කරනවා. So entrepreneurs set their own goals. Entrepreneurs ලා හදන එයාලගේ goals මයි. ඔබට ඔබගේ goals හදන්න නම් ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Pick their own partners. මට ඕන partner මට ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. And face the consequences of their decision. ගන්න තීරණවල හොඳ හෝ නරක මූණ දෙන්න අර tolerance කියන එකට මම මුලින් කිව්වාගේ ලෑස්තිලා. එහෙනම් independence and autonomy කියන එක හොයාගෙන යන්න ඕන නම් ඔබට ඒ freedom එක හොයාගෙන යන්න ඕන නම් වෙන කිසිම දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. ඔබගේම ව්‍යාපාරයක් ඔබ පටන් ගත යුතුයි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔබ ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් විය යුතුමයි. Right, continue කරන මම ඊළඟ income security and financial success. Employment issues, low income from employment, loss of job and unemployment. Right? මෙන්න ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා. job හොයා ගන්න බෑ. low income එන රැකියාවෙන් අඩු ආදායම. job එක නැති වෙනවා. මේ unemployment situation එක ආර්ථිකයත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඔබ නිතරම වෙන කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. ඔබ ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ව්‍යවසායකත්වය ඔබ පටන් ගත්තම ව්‍යාපාරයක් අර කියන attributes තිබුණොත් ඔබ සාර්ථක ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ intelligent and the leadership. ඒ දෙක තිබිය යුතුමයි. ඔබ unemployment එකට ගිහලා job මේ ව්‍යාපාරයක් පටන් ගත්තා. ඊළඟ මේකත් හතරවෙනි කාරණේ environmental influence and recognition and status. So environment influence is the social network. Social networks mean I am with my colleagues. Many of them are entrepreneurs. Very easy, right? I'm a person of doing a job, right? But many of the colleagues of that I associate, they have their own way, own freedom, right? Their people are working for them. CEO is working for them, and other employees are working for them. That's a kind of a kingdom that I can see. So therefore, නිතරම මාවත් ඉන්ෆ්ලුවන්ස් වෙනවා ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙන්න. එහෙම නෙට්වර්ක් එකක් ඔබ තුල තිබුණා. ඊළඟ prior knowledge and experience. මේක හරි වැදගත්. right? ඔබගේ prior knowledge and experience. ඔබ යම්කිසි ආයතනයක senior manager කෙනෙක් වෙලා වැඩ කරනවා. ඔබට ඒ prior knowledge and experience එක එන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. එන්න පටන් ගන්නකොට ඔබ දන්නවා මේ ආර්ට් එක මොකක්ද කියලා. ඔබ දන්නවා මේකේ තිබ්බ ප්‍රශ්න මොනවද කියලා. ඔබට ලොකු තොරතුරු ටිකක් ලොකු අත්දැකීමක් එකතු වෙනවා. ඒ අය සමහරට හිතනවා මේක මං ඇයි වෙන තැනක වැඩ කරන්නේ මගේ ව්‍යාපාරයක් පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ නේද කියලා. ඔබ එහෙම කරන්න unethical නොවේ. ඔබට එහෙම කරන්න අයිතියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වැඩේ කරොත් එයාත් ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙනවා. ඊළඟ රෝල් මොඩල්. සමහර අයට ඉන්න මට ඔටාර වගේ වෙන්න. එතන තව කෙනෙක් වගේ වෙන්න. මම නමක් මතක් වුණ එකක් විතරයි. ඒ වගේ රෝල් මොඩල්ස් වෙන්න ඕනේ. මාක් සකබර්ග් වගේ වෙන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් බිල් ගේට් වගේ වෙන්න. එහෙම ඉන්න තරුණ අය. එහෙම හිතන අය ඕන තරමට හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. එයාට රෝල් මොඩල් කෙනෙක් වගේම තමයි ෆලෝ කරන්න හදන්නේ. ඒතකොට එහේ අයත් entrepreneurs වශයෙන් බී වෙන්න ගොඩක් ඉඩ කඩ වැඩි. ඊට පස්සේ economic market industry condition. ඒ කියන්නේ economic recession එකක් එන අවස්ථාව. කලින් අප කතා කරා. ඒම අවස්ථාවත් ව්‍යවසායකයන් බිය වෙනවා social appearance and recognition. සමහර අයට social appearance එක ඕනේ. social recognition එක ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා ඒ රටවල අය කරන්නේ ව්‍යවසායකත්වයට අත ගන්න එක. ඒ නිසා ඒකත් එක හේතුවක් ව්‍යවසායකෙක් වෙන්න.
Chamara, I need to little pop in there. Now you are saying that social appearance and recognition. Do you really think in Sri Lankan culture or Sri Lankan culture, do we have created this entrepreneurship culture, entrepreneurship image? So just think about that, because I'm graduate of Sri Javaradhanapura University. We have a department called entrepreneurship department.
Right.
Few people actually is joining that department because their marks is low, because of that they can't join other department.
Yeah.
I give Machang, why did you join in that department? Because my mark is low. I can't go to the other department. So they are pushing, because if our educational system, as you mentioned correctly, from the day one, so we have not created that kind of atmosphere. And after 20-25 years of age, you are saying that, okay, this is there is a department called entrepreneurship. You can go and join that department. So I feel still we are in a premature stage in terms of the entrepreneurship culture and the image. What's your opinion?
You are exactly right. Now Lahore කවද්ද department පටන් ගත්තේ මෑතක වෙන්නේ. තවට 25 30ක් ගිහිල්ලා පටන් ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. Right? මම දන්නේ නැහැ. බොහෝ degrees තිබුණේ entrepreneurship කියලා. එහෙම එකක් තිබුණේ නැහැ. මෑතක තමයි එන්න පටන් ගත්තේ. දැන් මම කියන්න හදන්නේ මේක මේ ලකුණු වලින් නෙමේ ජීවිතේ සාර්ථක වෙන්නේ. Number 1. ඒක වෙනම discussion. මේකට කියන්නේ grit කියලා. ඒක හොයාගත්තේ මෑතක. ඒ කියන්නේ IQ වලින්වත් වැඩිපුර ලකුණු ගැනීමවත් ගණිතය කිරීමවත් නෙමෙයි. ඒ කියන්නේ grit එක, ඒ කියන්නේ growth mindset එක. ඒ කියන්නේ perseverance එක. මේක තියන අය තමයි ජීවිතේ සාර්ථක වෙනස් වෙලා යන්නේ. ඒ නිසා අඩු ලකුණු තිබ්බා කියන එක කිසිම හේතුවක් නෙමෙයි ව්‍යවසායක නොවෙන්නේ. එතකොට ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ ඕක කියන්නේ බිල් ගේට් නේ. එයාගේ පන්තියේ වැඩිපුර ලකුණු ගත්තු highest marks score කරපු අය, right? දැන් එයාගේ යටතේ කියන්නේ එයාලගේ වැඩ කරන්න වෙලා තියෙනවා.
Yes.
Right? එයාක ලස්සන කතාව කියනවා. ඒකම ඇති අපිට තේරුම් ගන්න මේ entrepreneurship එකේ තියෙන powerful. කවුද කියන්නක මට නවලෝක මුදලාලි ගැන කවුද වැඩ කරන්නේ? Chartered accountants, doctors, engineers, so called highly qualified, highly scored people. Right? They're working for him. Working for the word that I don't have. So, but we never thought, I want to be a person like Dharmadasa Mudalai. I want to be a person like Dhammakappara. I want to be a person like Mark Zuckerberg. I want to be a person like Bill Gates. There are many, if you get Sri Lankan countries. අපිට එහෙම ඉන්නේ. අපිට හිතෙන්නේ එයාලගේ යටතේ වැඩක. ඒ subordinate mindset එකක්ම තමයි අපිට හැදෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා තමයි අපි මේ කතා කරන්නේ මේකෙන් ගැලවෙන්න ඕනේ අපි කියලා. මේක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. පිටරටින් සල්ලි එනකල් බලන් ඉන්න. foreign direct investment එනකල් බලන් ඉන්න. වෙන විකල්ප අපි දේශපාලඥයන්ට වෙන ඉඳලා මේ කරන්න බැරදි තමයි. නමුත් අපි විසින් මේක ලහිරු ගොඩනැගිය යුතුයි. ඒ නිසා තමයි AAT ආයතනය මේ කමිටුව දාලා අපේ members ලා අපේ students ලා කවදා හරි ජීවිතේ මේක අපි මේ කියන එක අහලා වෙනස් වෙයි. කවදා හරි ධර්මදාස මුදලාල්ලා බිහිවේ, කවදා හරි සිද්ධාලේප මුදලාල්ලා බිහිවේ, කවදා හරි මාක් මුදලාලි. මාක්ට මුදලාලි කියන්නේ මාක් සකබර්. ඔව්. මුදලාලි කියන්නේ ලංකාවේ මුදලාලි කියන. right? එහෙනම් මාක් මුදලාලි. මාක් සකබර්ග් වගේ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. බිල් ගේට් වගේ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මයිකල් ඩෙල් කම්පියුටර්ස් අපි දන්නේ ඒවා. කියන්න බැරි ඕන තරම් නොදන්න දේවල් ඇති ව්‍යවසායක ඇවිල්ලා ඒ නිසා අපේ සංස්කෘතිය තුළට මේක අරන් ආයුතු වෙනවාමයි.
Right. Actually there is one actually person has sent a message. He said that easiest way to have a visiting card as a CEO MD is becoming an entrepreneur. It's very easy. You don't want to go with your hierarchy. You can easily have that CEO and MD designation.
CEO is not an entrepreneur. CEO is not an entrepreneur. He is an employee.
Yeah.
CEO is an employee. He's a leader. He's not an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means the person who started the business with, high risk of his abilities. CEO is an employee. He's a leader, business leader, but not an entrepreneur. Right. So the fifth reason, the family background. Right, that is also very important. Family business. If someone is having a family business, I told that fact before. So naturally, the people in the same children afterward they start their business. The successful rate is very high if they start because they have their own experience. They have come across problems and issues, they have seen those. So they naturally become, they don't want to work for someone. They start their own business. Right, I'll continue these reasons. Sixth one, dissatisfaction with current work arrangement. Why people become entrepreneurs. Bad boss, poor pay, job discrimination, forced retirement, no opportunity for an advancement. That's one of the reasons why people become. So he's been fired. You're fired. You decided, no, I'm not going here to work, enough. You start your business, right? Research has shown that layoff associated with the greater recession resulted in a rapid increase of startups because of those reasons also there. Seventh one, community and social motivation. Many entrepreneurs are motivated by desire to give back to community or solve ongoing social problems. They are social entrepreneurs like Sarvodaya, Sanasa, right? There are various social entrepreneurs. They started their business because they want to help someone. By nature, they are called social entrepreneurs. Now even AAT Institute is a social entrepreneurship. CS Sri Lanka is a social entrepreneurship. They did not expect any single cent on their behalf, but to help others, right? There's a problem. They started these ventures together, right? Together entrepreneurship created this institute, but they have to make profit. It doesn't mean that social entrepreneurs should not make profit. Make profit to sustain the business. That is community and social motivation. Right, I'll continue this entrepreneurship. Where this thing came a little earlier, the entrepreneur is not money-minded. Number one, it doesn't mean that entrepreneur doesn't want money. He should have money. He's not a money-minded. He's passionate in achievement. I told you, he was always want to achieve. Right? If you think something in your mind that you want to achieve, after chartered, after AAT, you want to do degree after a master, you want to master after PhD. Like us, you have some pattern that you want to achieve. Put it that into your entrepreneurship. There's a desire within you. Try to unleash that potential, what you have. If you have that caliber and that path in you, remember, you can make your business a success. Right? Bring in new innovative solutions. If you want to bring some innovative thing, right? Not self-minded. The person is entrepreneur is not self-minded, full of empathy. Nice entrepreneurs you look at, successful entrepreneurs, full of empathy. Now, in this case, so very important to understand entrepreneur. We are trying you to become entrepreneur. It doesn't mean that you don't want money, remember. It doesn't mean that you can be a businessman. There's no big difference. But this is what the entrepreneur. His attitudes are rich. Taking care of employees, possess integrity and the responsibility. Entrepreneurs always possess integrity. Now, මට මතකයි ලහිරු කියනවා ව්‍යාපාරයේ පටන් ගන්නකොට නම් කපටිකම තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මට මතකයි එහෙම කියනවා. අහලා තියෙනවා. බොරු කියන්න පුරුදු වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වැරදි මාර්ගය. ඒ මම හරියට අහලා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඒ entrepreneur කියන integrity එක process කරන්න ඕනේ. එයා responsible වෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? Yeah, very cheering person can vendor welcoming person can vendor. Then entrepreneurs like ego compared to employees, less status they maintain. Because they are yatate vadakaran ඕන තරම් කට්ටියට ඉන්න යට ego එක කියන එක මහලුක් දෙයක් නොවන entrepreneur කියන්නේ ඒතන. Right. දැන් මම එන්න හදන්නේ අර මුලින්ම අපි කතා කරා දැනුම ඕනේ අපිට රිසර්ච් කරන්න ව්‍යාපාර සාර්ථක කරගන්න ව්‍යාපාර පටන් ගන්න කොහොමද සාර්ථක කරගන්න කොහොමද පවත්වාගෙන යන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. දැන් මම මේ කතා කරන්නේ මගේ මේ රිසර්ච් ෆයින්ඩින් එක වැදගත් කරුණු කීපයක්. ඒ ඔක්කොම කතා කරන්න වෙලා නොතිබෙන නිසා මේ වෙලාවට සුදුසු දෙයක් පමණයි අපි අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ. මේ ව්‍යාපාරය පටන් ගන්නකොට you must definitely plan your business. Many business where it happens in Sri Lanka, they don't have a written proper plan. They're going for a plan in case bank request them to have a plan, at least a financial plan, just for sake of giving them to obtain a bank loan, just prepare. Feasibility, no feasibility. Have we studied about your competitors? Have we analyzed it? Nothing, right? So therefore, they possess less knowledge. Again, possibility of failing business is very high. Therefore, remember to plan your business well. When you are going to put up your house, right, definitely you will have your architectural plan. But when you start a business with some big money, still you think that your gut feeling, your emotional reason take first priority, and then you start a business. Declining business is very soon. Therefore, business planning brings knowledge. Business failure risk is low. It organizes your business. If you are a layperson, when it comes to business planning, a lot you can have. Legal aspect, marketing aspect, financial, HR, competitors, right? Various from products, designs, way of putting it to the market, promotion, all things will come to the business plan. You get a big knowledge, especially how do you pricing, various things will come to the business plan. Therefore, it organizes your business. Clear strategic direction business plan gives you. Sometimes with your own mind, own gut feeling, you decide to start the business in the way A. Once you prepare the business plan, you might start with the C, not that A. You decided, you understood. If I start with the A plan, I might get wrong, go wrong. Therefore, business plan direct you to start with the C. That is what the plan that should go for.
Yeah, Chairman, again, I need to interfere a little bit now. This is planning now. The incident like the COVID-19, unforeseen, no one projected. This unforeseen event.
Right.
The entrepreneurs, not only the entrepreneurs, even the big business, multinational business couldn't foresee this kind of a event.
True.
So in that kind of a scenarios, how entrepreneurs or small, medium-sized businesses is going to have that kind of a detailed kind of a planning and how it need to be handled.
Now this is what Lahiro. Now startups planning and the planning of the existing businesses, two different business, right? I always said when it comes to COVID, unorthodox business plan is required. Unexpected situation came. But if that is a startup, now because of the COVID situation, that is a good environment created for startups. Right? This is not that I'm telling, right? The scholar saying this is a good environment created for startups because new avenues, new markets were created and online platform can be used. Some countries stop the imports, right? In-house production, right? Houses can be done. So therefore, new market for startups that they can look at. So they should have a traditional business plan with the condition of the COVID. WHO and various other personalities and organizations says with their models, when it comes to modeling with the data, how long this problem will exist, right? So therefore take that information, those assumptions, sometimes based on this information, credible information, maybe from WHO and some other reputed organization. Based on that, you have to start your business plan. Afterward, they continue with after 2-3 years. But existing business, with the COVID situation, there's a problem. Now, they have to innovate. The way that they were doing, they can't do now, right? So they have to innovate. They have to bring new technology. Work from home, that has been already started. You have to change. Website, as I'm telling, static website. Nothing at all that people will look at through the SEO. Make it happen now. So existing business opportunity to change. Now their restructure is required. So restructuring is required, then the business planning that itself there, right? So therefore, these two aspects of this situation, but startups and existing business require restructuring. Therefore, they should have a business plan based on restructuring.
Clear, Dr. Chamara, clear.
Right, shall I continue, Lahiro?
Yeah, you can continue, Dr. Chamara.
Right, now this is what, with my own research before COVID situation, right? I just studied with 450 entrepreneur SME companies. Out of that, 272 SME, 60%, did not have a proper written business plan. Of these, 170 SMEs had failed. 62%, say 63% had failed. Mean it doesn't mean that they disappear. They're still in the market. Continuous losses, continuous working capital problem. I measured with the 3 years above, more than 3 years, is a failure category. So therefore, no proper planning. Forget about the original plan. Even afterward, they're stuck middle. Go to bank and ask those companies. No information, no data, nothing. They don't know how much to be collected from the customer, to be paid to the suppliers, nothing at all, no plan at all, right? Then the success percentage of SME, which did not have a business plan, is 30%. There are companies also became success, even though they don't have business plan. That is a 37%. In comparison, 170 SMEs had business plan. Of these, only 30, right? That means 17% had failed. Even having a business plan, people, fail, but that is a 17%. While the success rate of SME with business plan, 83%. Then I calculated the risk level of a business if you start without a business plan, that is a 3 times. An estimated risk level of business failure is a 3 times compared to SME that has a business plan. If you don't have a business plan, failure towards the business, business failure could happen. That is a risk is a 3 times with the company that has startup that has a business plan. So let me show in this manner. Right. It shows very clearly businesses without a business plan. The succeed percentage is 30%. Fail rate is a 62%. Businesses with the business plan. Fail percentage is 17. Succeed percentage is 83. This is a proven facts from my research. Therefore, no question. Start a business with a proper business plan. Now, business plan preparation, you can't entirely outsource. As when you have the bank loan, you go to an accountant, get prepared your project report or whatever financial plan. Not that, don't do that. You can get third-party support, that's okay. But you have to get involved. Then only the knowledge that comes to you. Otherwise, you have to read like a book, what is it there? Right? That is not business planning because I am telling you you must have a business plan for you to know your startup well. Right? Then you know what is a potential problem. So therefore, business plan is very, very important.
Chamra, again, one question now. We have the AAT members or the past finalists here.
Right.
So their background is accounting. So they are coming with the accounting background. Now, when you are thinking about the business planning kind of a thing, it's not only the finance or the accounting. So this has to be seen the different aspects. Your marketing has to be there. Your operational aspect has to be there. Your HR aspect has to be there. And you have to think about the future. So how initial stage, if someone won't hear, some participate won't start the business, but they only have the finance knowledge, how they gather other area of knowledge before starting the business?
Right. I know that the answer for this question is probably in this slide. So now remember now this is not that a big thing, right? Yeah. Because you are highly experienced in social media. People are highly experienced and the knowledge with internet, right? People who have accounting knowledge, I told you, we have that cognitive abilities a lot, right? Knowledge processing, storing, perceptions, predicting. That's what we became accountants. Otherwise, not that easy. Remember, so we have to learn. What happened was people have taught us. We stored and go through exam. That is not the case what I'm telling. Should be able to process the information the way that you want it. That's a self-learning. If you do the self-learning, how to prepare a business plan, it's quite easy, right? If we don't have that ability of gathering information through internet or various other reliable sources, doesn't matter, go to a consultant. Don't ever think that though we are accountant, we should not go to a consultant. No, that is not advisable, right? Better go to an experienced person, get his advice. Sometimes he might give free of charge. If you say that I want to start my own business, can you help me? We'll definitely do it for. So therefore, don't ever think that because we are accountant, I should not do that. Better get third-party involvement if possible, because they have gathered lots of experience and knowledge. As you said, now business planning is not the financial plan itself. There are many. I'll come to that one. Now I'm going to make you ready for to start a business, right? I'm going to make you ready for to start a business. Now you want to see that after this session or in the future, tomorrow, day after, or in future one day, right? We expect at least 1 or 2 people from this crowd become successful entrepreneurs and talk to us. Don't forget it. Number one reason is that, are you ready to put your full-time commitment to your business? Look at yourself. Are you ready? Right? If you are not ready, if you think that, no, I want to do the part-time, because just start. There's no part-time. There's no part-time entrepreneurs. They are full-time entrepreneurs, right? If you want to start a business, you have to give up your job. Why? You have to take the risk. Remember, the entrepreneur's special ability is that taking the risk. He knows where to drive my organization. As we accountants, we know how to calculate the risk also. They have all abilities with you, cognitive abilities and the personalities we have. So therefore, ready to commit full time. Why I'm telling, not just because of the word, I have done the research. The number one reason why business fail, that is because of lack of commitment of business owners. Though they start their business, less commitment. There are various other affiliation and reasons. Right. Next important thing for you, if you haven't started a business, okay, fine. I'm ready to put my commitment. I'm always telling, some people come to me, Chamar, I want to start a business. I'm like, hold on. If you are married, are you married? Yes. Talk to your wife first. Ask whether she's ready. If she's not ready, make her ready. That's it. Make her ready and let me know whether she's ready. Sometimes they say ready, sometimes say, what karana bari veni. Ape me na age wanda tiyena. Lama iskole yano. Now various reasons that is coming from the family background. Right? So now, don't start the business if the family is not ready. Why? You can't put the full-time commitment. If when you start the business, family, you can't put it down in the sense it shouldn't, break it. Both have to go equal. That's what the leadership is. There could be problems in both places, but you have to manage it. Therefore, business and the family is equally important, more than sometimes the business. Therefore, family support is to, if you are not married, you have a much freedom than the other person because you can take the risk. Your parents will support sometime. Less people only say don't do that. Many parents will support. So therefore, family support is required. Then remember to gather knowledge. Don't just start a business. Take time. Right? World is will not end tomorrow. Right? So take your time. Do a study of your product or the service, what you're going to do. Talk about and talk to customers, talk to competitors, visit local exhibition and international exhibition possible. That should be your way of doing things. Gather full information. Now you are full of information of your product and services. You know design, you know packaging, you know sales, you know who are the customers, they are disposable income, various things that you know now. And the marketing, legal, technology, especially now, what technology that I should do. Online sales, quick now, easy. Right? So should ready for that online sales. It's easily you can do it now. And the finance, right? How much I need, right? So that, of course, I'm not going to talk about the finance plan and the people. I'll come to that as well. Your staff, sometimes you have to recruit a person. Now, I have to recruit a person. Maybe someone has to recruit a person or a CEO. Much better leadership skill than I have. Much better communication skill than I have. Right? Likewise, you have to choose a person because you are confident this is your business. Therefore, you have to choose a person, pick a person. Maybe your CEO is much communicated. Right? He has soft skills much powerful than you. Likewise, you're a marketing manager, finance manager. So that you have to pick people, right people. Then the business plan. I'll come in, not this picking the people before the business plan. So business planning is required after with this knowledge. Let's prepare a business plan. You are very clear, right? Precise. Direction is very, the direction is seen and clear. Remember, less engagement in other affiliations. What it says, there's past research, high affiliations make low growth, right? When you start your business, if you have high affiliations to various other things, societies, clubs, family, Malageval, Magulgeval, so many other things in these business hours, right? Startups, especially, you have to make it, organize it nicely. You plan it nicely. Some people I have met sometimes just start the business, but all of a sudden with the meeting, they want to go because they have to pick their children from this school. So that means the family is not ready. You didn't keep the family ready to support your business, especially startup. One day you can do that once you get to gain your freedom. But the beginning, that is difficult. Therefore, you have to manage your affiliations. Better, less affiliation that you can manage. Other relations, associations, various other things to be minimized when you start your own business. Why I am telling this is so much of planning, learning, knowledge, etc. Because of this reason. Because business fail is very high in the world. Very high. In Sri Lanka, 47% when it comes to my research, business failure. That is critical. It should be a national issue to address, right? So in the world, right, this is what it's that same phenomena. It's working there. Same factor. එකම දේ සිද්ධ වෙන ලෝක හැමතැනම. මේ රිසර්ච් තුනක් කරලා තියෙනවා. රිසර්ච් තුනක් වෙනවා. පළවෙනි දැන් මෙතන තියෙන්නේ business survival rate එක. දැන් මේ පළවෙනි year එකේ බලන්න. survive වෙලා තියෙන 75. 25 ගිහිල්ලා පළවෙනි study. දෙවෙනි අවුරුද්දේ studies තුනක් කරනවා. එක study එකකින් මෙතන නවතිනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒක 70ට පල්ලෙහාට ගිහිල්ලා 60ට පොඩ්ඩක් උඩින් තියෙන දෙවෙනි. හරි මම එච්ච හැම එකක්ම කියවන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. හතරවෙනි අවුරුද්ද බලන්න. හතරවෙනි අවුරුද්දේ survive වෙලා තියෙන 150ටත් අඩුවෙන්. පටන් ගත්ත ව්‍යාපාරවල 150ත් අඩුවෙන් තමයි fail. ඒ කියන්නේ 50ට වැඩිය fail වෙලා තියෙනවා. This is what I'm telling. This is critical. 50ට වැඩි. ඔයගේ 6 වෙනි අවුරුද්දේ 40 නුත් පල්ලෙහාට වැටෙනවා. ඔයගේ 10 වෙනි අවුරුද්ද වෙනකොට ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ 105ක් නැත්තම් 10. 10 කියන්නේ හොඳ ප්‍රමාණයක්. අඩු ප්‍රමාණයක්. ඒ නිසා තමයි මම මේ කියන්නේ business planning is important. ඒ නිසා තමයි මම කියන්නේ knowledge is important. ඒ නිසා තමයි මම කියන්නේ ඔබගේ commitment එක important. ඔබගේ කැපකිරීම මේ සඳහා important කියන එක. right. දැන් අපි කතා කරමු ලහිරු මුකුත් මෙතනින් අහන්න
චාමර පොඩි දෙයක් දැන් අපි කිව්වා business fail වෙන එකයි success ratio එකත් එක්ක මට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි the funding. Initial funding is a critical issue. I saw that there one participant also he has a kind of a concern how we get the kind of a wait I'll go to that question. Don't have any extract loan method to the kickstart the or to the become an entrepreneur. Do you have any suggestion to come through it? So he's saying that the funding is a kind of a big issue. So how this funding things has to be addressed. If they don't have the funding or whatever the main thing is the first year, yes, they have the capital, then the working capital has to be arranged. I think these terms can be understand all our AAT members or the past filers. So if we don't have the sufficient funds, can be the initial fund, it can be the working capital, how we sustain, how we can develop. Is it one reason to discontinue the entrepreneurship?
දැන් ලහිරු ප්‍රශ්න දෙකක් තියෙනවා. පටන් ගැනීමට සහ ව්‍යාපාරය පටන් ගැනීම මැදට ගිහිල්ලා සල්ලි නැතිවීම දෙකක්. මැදට ගිහිල්ලා සල්ලි නැතිවීම කලින් දැකලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ බිස්නස් ප්ලෑන් එකට.
Okay.
right? කොතනද මේක වෙන්නේ කියලා. අපි તો කෙනෙකුට ව්‍යාපාර පටන් සල්ලි ඕනේද? මං කියන සල්ලි ඕනේ නැහැ කි. මොලේ තමයි ඕනේ වෙන්නේ. වැදගත් වෙන්නේ your brain. How you tackle the issue. Recently, a person came to me, young person, that he wants to start a business. But he's telling, they are a business for sale. Business for sale. I said, how much? They need 20 million, or little more than what I can bring. So you have money? No, I don't have money. So how to get a borrow loan? I said, no, come on, don't do that. Right? Now, then that particular advertisement shows they're selling it. They are going to sell their business. That's what the person is coming to me. Sell this business for this price, particular price. Right. I said that you don't have money to buy it, right? If you can go bank loan, he can get the bank loan. I said, don't get the bank loan as well. Just give him that's a negotiation power now, right? You know how to negotiate, but I thought this is a negotiation power. Now it's very difficult to sell a business. Not that easy. Negotiate with him. What you want to negotiate, right? With the proper agreement, I need a small percentage of shares. I will turn around this business to a profit-making business. If I make it to the profit-making business, right, then this much of percentage, agree. And if I make this percentage profit, if you want to further sell the business, okay, then I'm going to buy it. Actually, this happened.
Right.
This happened. And another client of mine, he's a now very senior person. He was working for a factory, right? Tea factory, right? With much of experience. Then they decided they want to do business. They mean with a wife. Decided family, but they have only 50,000 rupees, right? How can I start the tea factory 50,000? He saw the same advertisement on the paper. Someone is going to sell the tea factory with the state. He went to him to buy the tea factory with the 50,000 rupees. How much, Lairu? 50,000. Yeah, right. 50,000. Right? He went to him and challenged him. Look here, sir. I have only 50,000 in my hand. Right? But I know how to run your business. let me turn around this business. If I turn around, this is the percentage of shares that I want. Then that owner agreed. Wow, good deal for him. Not that easy to sell a business. He turned it around. And he bought another 2 factories somewhere afterwards. Then what he did was, as a gratitude, those independently bought companies, the tea factory, he gave shares to that original, the first person who, helping guy.
All right.
He's a billionaire now. He's in the hydropower now. I don't know whether he hear that one, right? He's in the hydropower. Likewise, right? It doesn't mean that money makes the people, richer with entrepreneurship. No, money we need, right? So that's required. So capital, that we call it, capital is a brain now. Sometime, good example here. My daughter recently ordered goods from England, Paduagak and Duagak Gat. Yalagi Etienne make it a gat. Ave Kohind, Chine. Right? Ave Chine. I know that. So then he doesn't own these garments, he doesn't own these items. It's someone else. He doesn't want to start the business, money. He only had the negotiation power with the supply in China or wherever. People who are in this country, wherever with the brand conscious, bought it, came from China. Manufactured this. You don't have money to start a business. Talk to a supplier who is doing it and have your platform ready. For that, you should have knowledge, should have negotiation power, should have that caliber, right? Achievement, need for achievement, right? Desire to learn, right? That help you a lot. Don't need money, right? Say that you want money, I give you millions of millions money. You sure that make business will success? No. Therefore, money itself doesn't make a business success. There are a lot. Otherwise, that is intelligent. That is your brain.
Yeah, but we need to understand that also play a kind of a role, right? You need the initial capital if you are not going to be in the whatever the scenario that you have explained 50, here.
50,000.
50,000. So yeah,
100,000.
At least something need to be there. Start the business. If someone want to start up the hotel or the restaurant, we'll say it will be different idea. Everywhere we have the Chinese restaurant. Someone want to start the Japanese restaurant. It's a few in Sri Lanka. There are few Japanese restaurants, but someone want to start it with the assume that he has the right knowledge and all, but he doesn't have the capital. But the capital will be a kind of a factor. But the other thing is now, do you think now? I saw that one participant also raised the question with Sri Lankan banking system. If you are trying to get a loan, with the whatever the documentation and all everything, see his creativity is gone. He can't think about because he has to file up so many documents and all. And if you just think about the people,
Lahiru, let me go back to my original slide. I'm going there. Give me a minute. What is entrepreneurship? Remember, that is critical. Right. Now, who's taking the risk? Financial risk? Bank or the entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur has to take the
Entrepreneur has to take the risk. Bank won't take the risk. 100%. Entrepreneur has to take the risk. Now, question is there. We can't blame the bank. Bank also doing a business. Right? Banku mata sampurna sali banku banku risk එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන් මට බිස්නස් කරන්න දෙන්න. ඒක ලෝකෙ වෙන්නේ නැති දෙයක්. හැබැයි ලෝකෙ වෙන දේවල් තියෙනවා. seed up capital එකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් සිංගප්පූරේ ගත්තාම ඒ රජය ඒ initial capital එක දෙනවා. ඒක business fail වුණත් කමන්නේ. entrepreneurs ලා train වෙනවා. පුරුදු වෙනවා. right? ඒක හොඳ investment එකක් වෙනවා. ඒකදී මට එකඟ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. තව ඒ ලස්සන ඒ seed capital එක ඔබ හොයාගන්න දැනගන්න ඕනේ capital එක කොහමද? දැන් මම කියවා fail වුණ restaurant එක හොයාගෙන යන්න. හොයාගෙන data හොයන්න. කතා කරන්න ඕනට. join වෙන්න. partnership එකට යන්න. එයාගේ knowledge එක තියෙනවා. go to a lawyer and have a nice agreement. Doesn't matter business will fail. Put your full commitment. Show the bank. This is what I did. Should have some background. Should have some track record. People only then after respect you. Otherwise, people won't come behind you. That is by nature. Next example, I'll tell you. Right? Recently, also met a client. That is, he came through internet, right? Through my site, and met me young entrepreneur. He's listened to me very carefully. Why he's listening to me very carefully? His business was a failure. It's failed, but he know there's a potential. Is a huge. He has a past experience like you. Head of a department. It's a big company here in Sri Lanka. right? Fail. Now, he wants some money from the bank to start this business to fulfill the orders. It's in hand. Bank doesn't want to give loans because he doesn't have collaterals. The proposal is very simple. Look for a person somewhere who is having a land nearby main road somewhere, right? Who want to rent it out, the land. They have agreement with them. Make him a shareholder with a small share percentage, make him a director of the company, and make that land as a collateral. Remember to pay what's called his lease or the rent, right? So he has done it. Agreed. That is innovation and creativity. That is advice that came from us, right? So there are plenty of ways. He's so happy. He has some other options right now. It's open for him, right? Many others want to invest in business. So therefore, that is what entrepreneurship. We can't blame. Normally, people blame third party that they did not give this money, that money. But people won't give money freely because they don't want to get the risk. Your risk. Entrepreneur has to take the risk. That's what I told you what is entrepreneurship. Lahir, any questions on the financial aspect?
No, that's I think clear. So we need to have a kind of the risk has to be taken by the entrepreneur.
By the entrepreneur. If you're going to entrepreneur, talk to your family, talk to your sisters, brothers who can help you, talk to your friends, make them as shareholders, get crowdfunding. There are crowdfunding also available, right?
Yeah.
Join these forums. That's a knowledge technology that you want. Knowledge. You have to possess. That is called information. That is symmetric information. Information is not available, right? It's not available, right? Asymmetric information asymmetrics, right? Information may entrepreneurs like එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ කටිගව නැහැ, right? ඒක තමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන. ඒකත් මේ රිසර්ච් වලින් හම්බෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඒ තොරතුරු නැති නිසා යාලා ඒවට යන්න දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ නිසා ඕන තරම් ෆන්ඩ් තියෙන. සමහරට ලංකා බැංකුවේ මහජන බැංකුවේ තියෙනවා අඩු පොලියට SMEs සාට loans. හැබැයි බැංකු ප්‍රොමෝට් කරන්නේ නැහැ ඒක. ඒ බැංකුවට තියෙන රිටර්න් එක. හැබැයි ඒ රිටර්න් එක අඩු නිසා අර asymmetric information නැත්තම් asymmetric information asymmetries කියන එක බලපානවා අර entrepreneur negotiate කරන්න දක්ෂ වෙන්නේ අර තොරතුරු එයාගව නැති නිසා. බැංකුවට challenge කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන මේ information එක මේක ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. Right, business planning is such. Let me go to the next slide. Right, this that I have discussed. This is what the business failures are very heavy. That's what I am talking about with this way. And then let's start a business. Now you want to start a business, right? The way that you want to start a business, you want to start a Chinese restaurant. Why Lahir wants to start a Chinese business, Chinese restaurant? That's the question. Opportunity recognition. Now there are key success factors of business that we have learned it. Key success factors. Those who are analyze whether to start the Chinese business, that Chinese restaurant that I have started, or something else, or something's a giga kitchen, online kitchen. Only you deliver through giga kitchen, but online sales quickly. Something else. You know to have the transport service of the delivery system. There are people they do deliver only to have a kitchen. Where's a giga kitchen? It's in your kitchen at home. Not in the infrastructure. You need only the powers of power. Start the giga kitchen. Nice way. I'm not going to talk about those things, right? So opportunity recognition. Now opportunity recognition is coming with the problem, right? Now good example is that the dishwasher. Though we don't use it in Sri Lanka much, the dishwasher came because of a research. What the research was, they done a research with recently married couple. What are the problems that they face to make each other, conflicts? The one reason was that is after eating, right, to clean the stuff, plates and various things. So then this company found something, there's a problem among these people. So then invented what's called the dishwasher. Same thing, right? So that's what. Now, for example, I had a problem. What's the problem? When my daughter was so small, so she want to put earpieces. My wife want to put the earpieces here. So we had to make 2 holes here. I'm so scared it's make my daughter hurt. I said, no. But because of wise as a girl and lady, she likes that my daughter also put these earpieces. So then went to a doctor, a pediatrician. So I'm so scared of that. Why going to make my daughter's ear hole? So then went to their doctor, said, not today. What he said was, hey, I give you a small cream prescription, go to a pharmacy, buy it, Next time when you come before 30 minutes, please apply here. Oh, Lahiru, this is what it is. The problem what I had would have had with many parents before, or even a children's hurt. So who found this entrepreneur? This opportunity recognition with the problem. Recognize a problem. It has a solution. That is entrepreneurship that I told about. So the problem recognition is opportunity recognition important. Opportunity recognition with the problem solving or maybe the necessity. Necessity is a face mask now, right? Maybe a problem as well. Recognition, those are very, very important. Making your environment ready, family and other colleagues, make your family and others ready when you start a business. Business planning, I told you, business projection under zero income. Prepare a financial plan at least for a 6 months, 7 months with zero income and see where I'm going to head in if I don't get any single cent from the customers. So I'm going to start middle. Why should I blame banks? Get ready. Show them the real picture feasibility that the 6 months, if I don't get the income, what should I do? So that is a clear plan with the zero income. Right? Start with the minimum capital. You find your capital somewhere, maybe crowdfunding, maybe your friends, maybe your colleagues, maybe the negotiation power you use, or maybe with another failed business, acquire without a single cent with a challenge and giving an honest promise to the person that you want to sell the business. You are there definitely. Regular business performance review and cash flow planning and analyze. Once you've done everything, remember, as accountant, we know we have to prepare accounts. Preparation itself doesn't enough. Remember to review regularly, analyze the data. That is the meaning of accounting data, not just preparation of P&L and the balance sheet. Analyze data. Data is very, very important, right? Not the finance is important. The data is important for the decision making. Analyze it and look at where you are going. Is it aligned with your business plan or not? Why this is happening to me and my business? It's a good or bad? And then look at your first phase expansion, right? Now you get your first phase expansion, right? This is the right time for me to expand because my business is organized. My business is well organized. People expand the business sometimes without organizing the existing movements of the business. Then එක දුරන් ගොඩ බඩාගත්තා වගේ ඒටත් නෑ මෙහෙටත් නෑ, right? ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නිසා first expansion එක කරන්නේ මේ ටික සාර්ථක කළා. දැන් මේ order එකේම ඉන්න ඕන කියලා එකක් නැහැ. ඔබට මම මේ අදහසක් දෙන්නේ ඔබට මම උගන්වනවත් නෙමෙයි මම මේ දැනුම බෙදා ගන්නවා ඒ නිසා ඔබ තමයි තීරණය කරගන්නේ ඔබගේ දැනුම මම අර කියපු cognitive abilities ටිකයි මම කිව්වා ඔබගේ personality ටිකයි ආයි ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න මම කොතනද ඉන්නේ කියලා ඔබ බැංකුවට challenge කරත් right ඊට පස්සේ තමයි බැංකුව ඔබ පස්සේ එන්නේ ඒක සාමාන්‍ය ලෝකේ හැමතැනම සිද්ධ වෙන දෙයක් අපේ ලංකාවේ seed capital එකක් නැති එක අපි දන්නවා right නමුත් එහෙම කී අපි බැන ඉන්න බෑ ඒ දක්ෂ ව්‍යවසායකයා කොතනින් හරි රුපියලෙන් හරි පටන් ගන්න තමයි නවතින්නේ එහෙම අය තමයි ලෝකේ සාර්ථක මට්ටමට ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ right these are the underlying forces of business success ඒ කියන්නේ dynamics of business success එකක් කරගන්න ඕන නම් මේ මගේ පරීක්ෂණයෙන් research එකකින් හොයාගන්න කරුණු commitment එක මම මේවා ගැන ඔක්කොම කතා කරන්න වෙලා නැති නිසා මම ඒක point out කරනවා your commitment is very important. Full-time commitment, no part-time. Part-time. Business planning is important. Financial management practices. SME sort. Accountants like SME sort. Many SME sort. The biggest killer is a poor financial management. As President told sometimes in this speech, financial literacy. Literacy kane. Yala hitane sales income me kaam ඇති කියලා. නැහැ. ඒක ආවට මදි ඒක ඔක්සිජන් වගේ තියෙන්න පුළුවන් එළියේ හැබැයි ඔබ ඒක මූල්‍ය කළමනාකරණය කරගත්තේ නැත්නම් ඒ ව්‍යාපාරයේ ඒ අගාධයට වැටෙනවා මම දැකලා තියෙනවා අනන්තවත් ඒකට උදව් කරලා තියෙනවා ඒ නිසා මූල්‍ය කළමනාකරණය අනිවාර්යමයි ඒ මූල්‍ය කළමනාකරණය අනිවාර්ය කරගන්න ගිණුම් කරණය තිබිය යුතුයි ගිණුම් කරණයක් නැතුව මූල්‍ය කළමනාකරණය ගැන කතා කරන්න බෑ ඒ නිසා තමයි අපි වෘත්තීය තරම වැදගත් වෙන්නේ අපි ව්‍යාපාර පටන් ගන්නවා නම් සමහරට වඩුව වගේ ගෙදර පුටුව නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන් එතනට යන්න එපා ඔබත් ඔබ නොදන්න කෙනෙක් වශයෙන් ඔබගේ ගිණුම් හදන්න ඔබගේ මූල්‍ය කළමනා හරියට plan කරන්න ඇල්පනෙත් ඉඳලා බජට් කරන්න ඔබගේ ව්‍යාපාරය අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම සාර්ථක වෙන්න ඕනේ කල්චර් කරනවාට පස්සේ ඊළඟ people's management skills නැති එකත් ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක් වුණා ව්‍යාපාර මැනේජ්මන්ට් වැටෙන්න මොනවද මේ people's management skill කියන්නේ ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් හිතනවා working for entrepreneurs කියලා. කවදාවත් හිතන්නේ නැහැ සේවකයෝ මට වැඩ කරනවා කියලා. සාර්ථක ව්‍යවසායක කතා කරලා බලන්න. ඒවා හරි බොහොම සරල මිනිස්සු සමාජයට අපිට දකින්නේ. බොහොම ලස්සනට කතා කරන මිනිස්සු, එම්ප්ලොයිස් ගැන බලන මිනිස්සු. ඒ people's management skills තියෙනවා. ඔබ ගන්න CEO ඔබට වඩා දක්ෂ කෙනෙක් ගත යුතු, සම්බන්ධකම් වැඩිපුර තියෙන කෙනෙක් ගත යුතු. ඒ තමයි recruitment skills කියලා කියන්නේ. quality staff එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක job hunting වලින් බාර දෙනවා සමහර විට. අපිට වඩා ස්කිල් එකක් තියෙනවා. අපිට වඩා කමියුනිකේෂන් ස්කිල්, අපිට වඩා නෙට්වර්කින් ඇබිලිටි එකක් තියෙනවා. කවුරු හරි අපේ ආයතනවලට ලබාගෙන සහ එයාට ඒ ෆ්‍රීඩම් එක දීලා ඔවුන්ට නායකයෙක් දෙන්න ඔබට හැකියාව තියෙනවා. ඒතකොට ඔබගේ ගෞරවය නිතැතින්ම ඔබට හම්බ වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මේ people's management skills කියන එක හරිය වැදගත්. Always remember that entrepreneur is working for employees. Don't ever think the attitude is that employees are working for me. That is maybe a businessman, right? Employee always, entrepreneur always working for employees. Next one, though I did not took it to my research, but it did not count much. That is marketing knowledge and abilities and skill you should possess. If you don't have by profession, you can easily go through documents, knowledge, etc. You can gather, talk to a marketing consultant. You can get your business knowledge of marketing and abilities. Shall I move to the end, Lahiru?
Yeah, Chamar, before that, I think you highlighted one point that the people management. Minisut එක වැඩ කරන එක, that's because I have the personal experience, because I'm not asking the question, I'm just sharing something. So the people are thinking about this IT, digitalization and all. Most of the people are discussing about AI, artificial intelligence. Right? But most of the people are lacking is EI, emotional intelligence. So they can't work with the people. So I have seen few businesses that whatever you said, they have the commitment, they have the business planning, so they have the financial management, everything is there, but they don't know how to treat their employee.
Exactly.
Then their business. Yeah, go ahead.
Like in this, what is the result of the business?
Finally, what happened with the key employees? They are leaving. So he can't, whatever the commitment he has, whatever the planning he has, he can't run the show. He can't run the business.
Exactly. So that is what important. Empathy, full of empathy required. So it's a family bond with the employees is important. Don't ever think that they are working for you. That is the old era. It's gone. Those businesses vanished, disappeared. Right? No two words. Employees are part of you, entrepreneur. Right? You can't be a successful person without them. That attitude is required. Now, for example, say now HR manager. Now we call HR manager, but that's not right. He should be a heart officer. Right? This is what the meaning of what we call is HR officer. No, that's not right. HR officers, no, we don't want EPF, ETF and some other recruitment. No, we need to have a heart officer. If we have a heart officer, employees it is a teamwork. Now, for example, say Michael Jackson, who became up to that because of the team effort behind. There's a team, right? So that is a team effort with doctors, whoever so call it. So therefore, employees is a number one criteria to become a successful business. So without them, you can't imagine. So what to have this? You have a leadership. Leadership, better show them. But again, your respect naturally, but not by force. Definitely you can get it. That is a leadership skill. That is intelligence. That's what I say attributes of what's called it the cognitive abilities and your personalities. So therefore, don't be a businessman. Doesn't matter that there's not big difference, but treat your employees like your own family members. So it's quite easy. They will take care of you and your business like you.
Right, great, Chamara. Then you can move into your final.
So the last, I'm going to the end like almost. This is I'm going to finish. Remember that one, right? What matters for your freedom, right? Start your own business and become an emperor of your own kingdom. Just have your business. Maybe the beginning, it's difficult, I know. Very tired. It's very difficult, hard, no money. Don't think of egos and status. No, you can't do a business entrepreneur if you think egos and status. I'm this much of qualification, I have PhD, I'm a chartered accountant, and so on and so forth. Forget about those. Are not relevant for ego.
Absolutely
kills your
correct.
business.
Absolutely
Status kills your business, right? So be a natural person. It's that's what your power. Others will respect with your knowledge and other thing, not because of this thing. So therefore, beginning is difficult, right? The adversities we have to face. No one became successful without adversities, difficulties. What you know, challenges in no, success in. In own kingdom, hadagena eke raja wenna. ඒකේ එම්පර වෙන්න. ඒකෙන් ලෝකෙට කරන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් එමටයි. මම අර කිව්වා වගේ ඔබ මිනිස්සෙක් පුජ්‍යලෙක් කියලා ඉපදුනා නම් අවසාන achieve කරන්න තියෙන entrepreneurship එක ඒ material world එක ගැන මම මේ කතා කරන්නේ. ඒකට ඔබ යන්න උත්සාහ කරන ඔබගේ රටට ලෝකෙට ලොකු වැඩදායකත්වයක් වෙනවා. මොකද freedom is what matters for you one day. Right? We are aging. Right? Freedom is what matters for you one day. That is very, very important. Sometimes you are born poor, but don't die poor. Not I said, Bill Gates said. Right? Therefore, this is for you. This is my experience and sharing. You can talk to me anytime. We are ready to help. And CS Sri Lanka, AAT, you're always helping. These days, in the sense we started. I remember Lahiru YCAF Young Chartered Accountant Forum. The first objective that I put in the 2008, the Tahnam entrepreneurship page. I saw something somewhere wrong with us. We have to change, right? We are impressed of brands and some other things of some other countries, and we are waiting for them to work, would like to work for them. But it is not that. We never thought that we must do that right by our own. So having said that, I wish you all the best, and one day you will start your own business and show us. Then only we'll happy that we are share our knowledge, experience freely. We help any manner, even banks, even money, introducing investors that we can do. But we need your personality, that we know your cognitive power. So you are definitely be a success. Be a hero to your children. Be a hero to your family, right? If you can think that way, it's enough. Definitely you make your world by yourself for. Thank you, Lahi.
Thank you, Chamara. It's a wonderful presentation and wonderful insight about the entrepreneurship. But I won't take that much. I will take 1 or 2 questions within I'll take 2 to 3 minutes. Few question has been raised. One thing I'll take this one. One has asked that what is venture capitalist? Is it a practical concept?
Yeah. Now, venture capital, I think Sri Lanka also had venture capital. We are having that venture capital. Again, the venture capital is a very good concept. But again, just giving money doesn't guarantee you that that person will take the business success. Right? That's what the issue. Right? So as I'm a venture capitalist, I can give you some money to you. One day, assuming that you will turn it around or you successful business, who will guarantee you? No. So integrity matters when it comes to venture capital, your integrity, right? That is the personal entrepreneurship. That is otherwise it's a very good concept. Even the crowdfunding, various other ways of supporting entrepreneurs is good. But who knows that person will make the business success? Integrity matters always. Integrity is the biggest thing when it comes to the venture capital and the finance, free finance. Right. So that's a good concept, but it is very challenging.
Challenging one, right? I'll take another one. So one has asked that what's the entrepreneurial development issues and challenges in Sri Lanka? So I think throughout the presentation we touch few points there, some of the challenges, government challenges, everything. But you pointed out that the entrepreneur thing is you have to take your thing. You can't pass the ball to some other. It can be government, it can be the bank, it can be some other person. But as an entrepreneur, you should be a risk taker, right, Chamara?
This is what normally some Canadian scholars have done some research with the failed businesses. When it comes to failed business, when they have done it, they found the business fail is not because of external forces, exogenous reasons. There was an endogenous reason, right? Reasons inside the business. But whereas the entrepreneurs tend to blame the third party always, right? To blame to the politicians, many. To the economic system, to the banks, financial institutions, it's everywhere. That's a human being, right? Normally tend to blame others. They don't accept, they don't find their weaknesses inside. Therefore, those research says endogenous exposure risk is very high than exogenous, but still entrepreneurs tend to blame others, right? That is natural, it's there, but you must take your own responsibility, tolerance, taking the responsibility, and integrity is matter.
Right. One last question. So now I have working with a few other professional bodies as well. Now, when I'm working with the IT professionals, marketing professional, their entrepreneurship ratio, I feel a little bit higher than the accounting professionals.
Yeah, true.
So why it has been happened? Because we are the number crunching guys. The finance guy, we know everything. අපි දන්නවා cash flow ගහනවා, break even කරනවා, payback period එක මෙච්චරයි, NPV එක මෙච්චරයි. After that, you are saying that this is not going to be work out. We stop that point. But not like the IT and the marketing guy. What they do is they have the passion to start the business and drive the business.
Okay.
So how we can come up with this situation, Dr. Chamara?
Yeah, but when it comes to IT guys, now they are connected with the technologies now. They know how these online businesses are happening. They can easily reach to those technology, right? It doesn't mean that they will be successful entrepreneurs, but it is a passion. It happened in the profession. It's a passion, like, you know, in the US especially, right? Even Singapore and various the countries with the technology who are in the technology industry, right? So they are tend to do business because they are in that environment. That is that is what I said, that environmental influence that comes to them. That comes, and also there is a big vacuum need of their service, right? Also, that was another part of, they can start their own professional business to cater others, or whereas they are going because of that environment influence them to become entrepreneurs. Marketers, that of course they are with sales and this and that, so they think that so they can easily sell.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. They can easily sell, and that concept maybe that's right for them sell, but not sure whether they can make the business a success, right?
Yes.
So because they are in that environment again, that is environment influence, it comes from their previous experience. They might think of they can do sales, therefore they start their business. I don't have recent finding, but accountant concern, what I can see, again the cultural matter, what I can see, we don't talk about this. We like to be a CFO. It's a groomed. We were groomed, right? We were groomed to be a CFO everywhere in the world, what I can see. Right, CFO is the highest rank that we talk about. So we never talk about that we haven't seen that institute or whatever, not our institute, then we are talking about to get our entrepreneurs highlighted, make them visible among us. No, we haven't done it. Now I saw that Hashan Wadugi, I think online accounting started, and recently interviewed me another business partners, like, you know, another chartered account started the YouTube channel, right? Viraj. Like, you know, they're coming now with the technology, right? It's started now. So this is very important. The era is here now. This age has come to think of, talk about this entrepreneur. Now they are starting. Probably a young generation will follow, right? So that thing, it is there. The trend will definitely come to us. That's why we are talking about in each and every word, entrepreneurship is matters.
Thank you, Chamara, and all the participants. I think we have over 100 participants. අපිත් එක්ක පැය එකමාරට වැඩි කාලයක් they stay with us. So I think this is right time. I hope everyone got a kind of some insight about this. 1.5 hours is not going to be enough to explain the entrepreneurship and challenges and everything. But I hope that this time you got something, you got some insight. What are the things that you need to do? What are the things you don't want to do? If you want further illustration or explanations, we are there. Dr. Chamara is there. They are there to help. We also there, so we are willing to help. As a AAT has taken superb step to initiate this SME and the entrepreneurship committee, and through this would be their first sessions. I would say this kind of sessions they can continuously do in and then educate their members to become an entrepreneur. So that's the only way that we can come out from this situation as a Sri Lankan. So thank you, Chamara, again. Thank you all the participation. Hope we had a good, wonderful session. And I would like to hand over to alternative chairman of SME committee, Vasanta Kumara. Over to you, Vasanta.
Thank you,
Vasanta.
Yes. Thank you, Lahiru. Today, speaker Dr. Chamara Bandara, moderator Mr. Lahiru Jayasinghe, my dear members and participants. I think today we have had an extremely useful seminar under the theme of research, plan and start your business, organized by SME Committee of AAT Sri Lanka. This wonderful seminar will be definitely benefited to our members and past finalists. මම කරුණු කීපයක් මතක් කරන්න කැමති. මට පැවිලා තියෙන ස්තුති කතා වුණාට අර ඇවිල්ලා තියෙච්ච ප්‍රශ්නත් එක්ක ෆයිනෑන්ෂියල් කියන්නේ බිස්නස් එකක් පටන් ගන්න යනකොට අපිට අවශ්‍ය අරමුදල් සම්පාදනය කරගන්නේ කොහොමද කොහොමද ඊට පස්සේ ඒ වගේ ගැටලු රාශියක් ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තිබ්බා. ඉතින් අපි ආයතනයක් හැටියට AAT ශ්‍රී ලංකා ආයතනය මේ වෙද්දී ශ්‍රී ලංකා ආයතනය තවරණ ජනකාධිකාරී ආයතනය සහ ශ්‍රී ලංකා ගිණුම්කරණ ශිල්පී ආයතනය AAT ආයතනය SDB බැංකුවත් එක්ක එකහුව වෙලා වෙනම වැඩපිළිවෙලක් යනවා ඒ ඔබට අවශ්‍ය ව්‍යාපාරික දැනුම සහ ඒ මූල්‍ය පහසුකම් ලබා දීම සඳහා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපි සමාජිකයින්ගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටින්නේ ඔබ තවදුරටත් රැකියාව කරන එක වළක්වන්නවත් එහෙම නෙවෙයි. නමුත් අපේ රටේ තත්ත්වය බැලුවත් 42ක් පමණ රැකියාව විලදවලින් 45ක් පමණ මේ SME ආශ්‍රිතව තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ලොකු වැදගත්කමක් තියෙනවා මේ ශාස්ත්‍රය. ඒ වගේම ජාතික නිෂ්පාදනයෙන් 62කට පමණ දායක වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ ප්‍රමාණයක් අපේ ආර්ථික ඉලක්ක කරා යන්න මදි වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඔබ හිතන්න පුළුවන් අපි ලබාගත් දැනුම ගිණුම්කරණය පිළිබඳව වෙන්න පුළුවන්, උපාධි ආශ්‍රිතව වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ලබාගත් දැනුමට මම ලබන ගෙවීම වේතනය ප්‍රමාණවත්ද, මට මීට වඩා රට වෙනුවෙන් යමක් කරන්න පුළුවන්, ඔය වගේ අදහසකින් ඉන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ අතර මේ අදහස හොඳයි. හැමදාම අපි රැකියාවක් කර ඉන්නවට වඩා ඉතින් ඒකයි අපි මේ SME කමිටිය හරහා ඔබට ව්‍යාපාර ශාස්ත්‍රයට පිවිසෙන්න අවස්ථාව ලබා දෙන්න මේ වගේ වැඩසටහන් කරන්නේ. මේක පුදු සෙමිනාර් එකක් විතරක් නෙවෙයි, පුදු දේශනයක් පමණක් නෙවෙයි. මේ කමිටිය එක හරහා ඔබව ඒ ආයතන වෙත සම්බන්ධ කිරීම, ඒ මූල්‍ය පහසුකම් ලබා ගන්න අවශ්‍ය වටපිටාව සකස් කර දීම, ඒ වගේම මම අර කියපු වර්ක් ෆෝස් එක හරහා CA ශ්‍රී ලංකා, AAT ශ්‍රී ලංකා සහ SDB බැංක්
වසන්ත ආයුධයා
බැංක පිළිවෙලේදී අවුරුද්දක් යනකම් ව්‍යාපාරික දැනුම ඒ ඔබට මුණ දෙන ගැටලු වෙනවා. ඔබට උපදේශනය නොමිලේ ලැබෙනවා. ඊට අමතරව SDB බැංකුවෙන් 104 වගේ පොලියකට ඊළඟට BOC බැංකුවත් සම්බන්ධ කරලා ණය පාසුකම් ලබා දෙන්න කටයුතු කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ පිළිබඳව මතක් කළේ ඔබත් අද සිහිනයක් ඇති කරගන්න මමත් කවදා හරි හොඳ ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙනවා කියලා අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුවත් ඒකයි. හැමදාම අපේ මෙම්බර්ස්ලා කාගාව හරි රස්සාව කරනවා වෙනුවට ඒක වරදක් නෙමෙයි. ඉගෙන ගත්ත මුල් කාල සීමාවෙදී යම්කිසි ධනයක් එක්රව් කරගන්න නැත්නම් තමන්ගේ බේසික් needs and wants සපුරා ගන්න එහෙම යම්කිසි දෙයක් කරන්න වෙයි. නමුත් ඒ අතරතුර ඔබ සිහිනයක් තියාගන්න ඔබත් කවදා හරි හොඳ ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වෙනවා මේ රටේ කියලා. ඒ සඳහායි මේ මඟ පෙන්වීම. ඉතින් මම ඊට වඩා මතක් කරන්නේ නැහැ මොකද කාල වේලාව ඉක්ම ගිහින් තියෙන නිසා අපි ඉදිරියේදී වැඩමුළු වලදී දේශනවලදී සෙමිනාර් වලදී අපි තවදුරටත් මේ බඳ කතා කරමු. දැන් මම යොමු වෙන්නම් ස්තුති කතාවට. ඉතුරු කොටස මේක කොටස් දෙකක් වුණේ මොකද මේ ප්‍රශ්න කීපයක් මම දැක්ක නිසා. First, I would like to express my gratitude on behalf of the SME committee of AAT Sri Lanka. Today, our resource person who blessed us with their presence and took out valuable time of your busy schedule. Speaker Dr. Chamara Bandara, he is the consulting entrepreneur with more than 15 years experience in the field. He is the founder of SCB Corporate and Corporate Doctors Private Limited and co-founder of Dairy Technologies Private Limited. He is a country representative of Fast Capital Global Business Incubator, being a chartered accountant. His experience helped many SMEs to become successful business. He is an expert entrepreneurship business success. The other area of his PhD. The moderator, Mr. Lahiru Jayasinghe, he is a Chief Operating Officer of St. Anthony's Industries Group Fund. Further, he performed the work as a non-executive director and the audit committee chairman of Sanasa General Insurance Company, being a chartered accountant, chartered marketer, and Lean Six Sigma black belt holder. He has excelled in